Saturday. Saturday. I'm Thomas Allen Rollins Sr. listening to the Yankee and the Brit show.
It's the Yankee and the Brit, the RTM Radio Nitwits.
Putting our pennies in a mason jar. Working overtime won't get you far nowadays. But it all adds up when the week is through. There's enough money for me and you to get away. Saving it up for Saturday night. From sundown till the morning light. We gonna find us a hardwood floor and dance like we never danced before. Cut loose and hold on tight. We won't stop till we get it right. Saving it up for Saturday night. Monday morning, it's the same old grind. Passing in the hallway, kissing goodbye. I gotta run. There's never any time for the two of us, so we gotta do a little catching up when the weekend comes. Saving it up for Saturday night. From sundown till the morning light. We gonna find us a hardwood floor and dance like we never danced before. Gonna loose and hold on tight. We won't stop till we get it right. Saving it up for Saturday night.
Yeah! Woo! Play it, Benny. Saturday night.
Saving it up for Saturday night. From sundown till the morning light. We're gonna find us a hardwood floor and dance like we never danced before. Cut 'em loose and hold on tight. We won't stop till we get it right. Saving it up for Saturday night. Saving it up for Saturday night. Woo!
Oh, yeah. It's Saturday.
Network.
That's exactly what it is. It's a country Saturday night. Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. Howdy, everybody. What's going on out yonder?
Hey,
Y'all doing
good
all right?
evening. Hey.
Bye-bye, Benny Man.
Benny Pitzinger
Going to
has ditched,
watch football.
Yeah.
Bah, humbug.
Benny's ditched the Yankee and the Brit show to watch a bunch of blokes throwing a bag of wind around a field.
Whatever trips his trigger.
He said he's going to watch Alabama football.
I know it. He said it's required viewing.
Brenda the Blender is here in the chat room. Hey, guys and girls. Brad James joining us at the top of the hour.
By the way, Brenda, it was 42-7 Michigan.
Yes, Brenda the Blender is asking for the scores in the chat room for you guys that's listening out there.
And the Brown Eyes won. Very good. Ohio State football. Big time team. Anyways, there you go.
Hey, look, Mojave Beach Band Carol has joined us in the
Hello,
chat
Carol.
room.
She's here for Brad James. That's the only reason she's here. Everybody wants Brad James. Give me that Brad.
Let's give a quick shout out to Kathy and Kevin Gallagher. Kevin is on the road tonight, so he's not tuning into the show live, but he says he will be listening to the Brad James interview a little bit later.
Kevin's on the road, eh?
He's on the road.
Here's one for Kevin. And there he goes. Trucking across America. Pretty cool. Gotta love a truck driver. Yankee and the Brit, country Saturday night. We're here. Brad James, like Donna said, is coming in here at 8 o'clock. Haven't talked to him in a number of years.
A number of years. He was so full of it. It was only like about 8 or 9 months, 20 years ago. I don't know what it was. Something like that.
Brenda, your nickname is Brown Eye?
Brown-eyed Brenda the Blender.
I'm not even going there. Just forget it. Forget I said anything. All right, let's get moving along over here and do some more jamming. We'll probably delve into some trucking music here till Brad gets here. Then we'll.
Carol in the chat room says, "Hey, Kathy, Kevin, and Brenda."
Who? Kathy and Kevin and Brenda.
Yes.
Isn't that a TV show it used to be on?
What, Kathy, Kevin, and Brenda?
Yeah. Or is that a porn movie? I forget which one that is.
It's probably one of your home movies.
Shut up. Say goodnight, Donna.
Good night, Donna.
Howdy, y'all. This is Steve Hickstick Hickman saying tune in to Yankee and the Brit for the hottest in independent country music. Saturday nights. Be there.
BR 549.
Flat at me now.
Sometimes you just got to do a little trucking. It's in the blood. You know what I'm saying? Yankee and the Brit Country Saturday night. Nice to see you guys hanging out here, jamming along with us. Whoop, whoop, woo. Brad James going to be here. Oh, where's my clock?
At the top of the
Who
hour.
moved the clock?
In half an hour.
Yeah, about a half hour from now. So cool. What a guy. What a guy. All right.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
Oh, please. Are you serious? You couldn't pick a better song than that?
Oh, no, I couldn't think of one. What? Think of another one.
I
think that song there is not a song. It says 180 minutes. That thing that you've got loaded.
Oh, geez, not that thing. Good God almighty. Good thing the wife's here. How the hell did that even get in there? I don't
Good
know
job
what that
someone's
is.
paying attention around here.
I don't know what it is, but
Hey,
there it
look,
is anyways.
Knickers is in the chat room.
No way.
Yes way.
Knickers, what's up, Doodly? You doing all right over there across the pond?
Doodly.
Doodly. Hey, Doodly.
Studley.
No, Nell, not Dudley. Doodly. There's a difference, you know. Oh, yes. I forgot how the inspector talks. Inspector Funfuck. Inspector Fenwick. That's his name. No, Dudley. I can't remember.
You trying to distract us because you messed up on the show.
Right now, exactly. Where's my horse?
You've already played the same song twice
Your
and
horse
almost
is horse.
loaded up something you shouldn't.
Your horse is horse. Of course. A horse is a horse, of course. Unless you're a talking horse, of course.
Are you feeling all right? You need to go to the hospital.
Arr, me name is Mr. Ed. Arr.
Shall I call an ambulance?
A rambulance?
Shall I call you one?
A randulance?
Yes, a rambulance.
I'll be all right. Not to worry.
So what do you have lined up for tonight? Anything interesting? By now, you're just making a load of racket.
No, not really.
Oh, good. Normal show then.
Grant says, run, Donna. He's got a crowbar. I'll beat her over the skull with it.
He's a mad trucker.
She's a man-eater. What I thought, who was saying what last week? Oh, mofos.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what is MF?
Yeah, Grant Daniels in the chat room always says MF, and Randy thought he was saying mofos rather than my friends.
I know. Who taught you text? Just doesn't work. Knickers, the man across the pond over there. When's Donna Joe coming back?
She is coming back on the 11th of November.
That's not long,
It's
is it?
next week, next weekend.
Is it really?
Next Sunday.
Oh, by gosh and by God, it is on a Sunday.
Yeah, you're going to have to stay awake all night, Knickers, just to catch your favourite Donna
Yeah,
Joe.
or get yourself a good nap beforehand.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it. All right, we still got music to play. We're still trucking over here. Yankee and the Brit, the RTM Radio Network. Like we said, Brad James be here in about a half hour. Here he is with one of his tunes, Right Where I Need to Be. The Yankee and the Brit Country Saturday Night.
You're all over the road with Randy and Donna Bradley. And quit tailgating.
Hi, this is Brad James, and you're listening to the Yankee and the Brit on the RTM Radio Network.
Now, dagnabbit, that's enough of that. I have just about had enough of this. What is wrong with this stupid little thing over here? I'm just barely touching things and everything's
Heaven
clicking and
forbid
playing.
we should have a decent Yankee and a Brit show once.
Oh, good God almighty. You know, could anything friggin' go right? Jesus criminy. All right. Well, since we're this far...
Thomas said, let's all... Can you put my mic on?
No.
Thomas said, let's all turn our clocks back for an hour, and then we can listen to the Yankee and the Brit for another hour. You got it all worked out over there, haven't you,
That's
Thomas?
an idea, I guess. Anyways, Brad James is going to be joining us here in about 10 minutes or so. So, let's do a couple Brad James tunes here. You'll get an idea who he is if you don't know. If you do know, I know you'll like it. His, the song that made him famous, I believe. His signature tune, Brad James in Detention, with the Yankee and the Brit.
Hi, this is Brad James, and you're listening to the Yankee and the Brit on the RTM Radio Network.
Cheese. Yankee and the Brit, Country Saturday Night, RTM Radio Network. Brad James, Detention. He's going to be joining us here in just a few minutes. Let me see if I can load these songs up before I play any more, because I don't know why they're not working properly. Stupid old thing. Anyways, all these trucking songs I've been playing, and now Godfrey decides to show up. What is up, Lee? How are you, dude? Glad to see you can make it just in time for your favorite artist. Wow.
Yeah, he's going to be with us at the top of the hour, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
What?
I got it squared up for a couple more tunes here anyways. It'll hold us over till he gets here. Here's Brad James again, Out of Time. What is going on over here?
Our system tonight is playing crazy games with us tonight. But on a good note, we do have Brad James on the line. Say hello, Bradworth.
Well, okay, hello, Bradworth. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing all right. How's the singing truck driver?
Singing truck driver is staying very, very busy with the new company over here at Ennis.
I see that. A nice, clean, new truck. How'd that happen?
I love it. It's a Pete 579. I got it. It wasn't brand new. It had a little over 100,000 miles on it. But the payments are right. The freight's good.
Oh, we're an owner-operator now.
Yes.
Ooh, you've hit the big time.
Yeah, I'm trying to, and yeah, it's actually going really good. I just had it in the shop last week, having a PM done, and yeah, found out how much the company was actually paying every time I take it into the shop, and yeah, now that I'm footing the bill for it, I'm not going to be in the shop as much.
So if you have to, you'll do the old Fred Flintstone?
Yeah, these things are an expensive hobby.
Yeah, no kidding. That's why I never bought one. I watched all my buddies go down the drain, so I figured, why should I be as stupid as they are? And
for 26 years, I always said, no, I'll never do it. But the offer that the way that they've got it set up over here at Hennef is that it's a walk-away lease program. Yeah, I can walk away from it at any time I want and not owe a thing. And repairs that, major repairs and stuff that need to be done to the truck, the company will actually, pay for those repairs, and then they will payroll deduct it out of your settlement until it's paid off. But if you leave before it's paid off, you owe nothing because they put the work into the truck, and if you walk away from your lease, they still own the truck. So, technically they're putting money into their truck still.
And there's no fine print underneath of all that?
No fine print underneath at all. You can walk away and you'll owe absolutely nothing.
Wow.
And pulling a chemical tanker is what makes all the difference in the world, though, is because the rates are so good. It's a specialized area. It's not like pulling, dry van or reefer.
Right.
The rates that they pay for this kind of freight is actually sometimes 2 to 3 times as much, if not more, than what you get for dry van.
Now, do you still have to go into all these chemical plants and sit and watch all the little movies about when the place blows up?
Every now and then, yeah. You've got to do a driver orientation video, and yeah, they try to scare you, and you go in, you get your load, and you leave. And
I know. I used to go down to Baytown quite a bit, and they'd always, every time I'd go in there, even if I'd been in there 50 times, you'll have to watch the movie first.
Yep.
Okay, whatever.
Hey, Brad.
Yeah, now they get... Go ahead.
Still treating her the same way.
I know.
Good boy.
I know. Good man for shutting up when you're told to. Kathy and Kevin Gallagher said to say hello to you. They said they were sat about 25 feet away from you one evening in Ohio, I think it was.
Yeah. When we did the Springfield, Ohio truck show, the Buckeye Invitational.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Real pleasure to meet them, and I'm looking forward to doing that one again next year.
Hey, have you learned anything about where you can park and where you can't park?
Shut up.
But I still love you. I just want to know.
Oh, well, I did learn one thing. I learned that it's actually cheaper to kick your windshield out and have it replaced than it is to pay for them to take that boot off.
I see. That's very interesting. I must have missed that part.
I've been told to ask you, Brad, about your your butt, I can't even say it, butt buzz massage. What the hell's all that about?
My what?
Your buzz butt.
Your your butt buzz massage. Is it something you need to declare?
I haven't got a clue what the hell you're talking about. So.
Was she using your Medipad on your backside?
No.
You were the night you were here.
Can you hear him? Like, no. It's like, I wouldn't do a thing like that.
No, the night I was there, I was using the Medipack on my throat.
And on your nipples. We saw you put that down your chest.
Oh, yeah, that was a bad idea.
And on your neck when you tightened up and looked like Frankenstein walking around in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we had a lot of fun that night.
I know. It was great.
Now, the TENS unit is at home right now, so...
Under lock and key, I hope.
Yeah, somebody took it away from me, and I haven't seen it since, so...
Debra in the chat room says Helen called you when you had your phone in your back pocket and maybe you were making a bit of a vibration going on over there.
Oh, is that a Helen comment there?
That's a Helen comment.
No, it was Deborah, wasn't it, that said that?
Yeah, she was buzzing your butt.
Okay, well, yeah, Helen probably told her. That's what the buzz butt thing is. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, now that I know the context and who it's from, Helen Tesk, she is the salt of the earth. I mean, they don't get any better than her. And she's had the Brad James Facebook fan page going for over 4 years now. And her and Deborah, they do a great job on it. And yes, I know Deborah and I know Helen. I don't get on there as often as I should. But that being said, yeah, I'll get a phone call from Helen or something like that, and she's butt dialing me at 3:00 in the morning. And
nothing wrong with that.
But no, I mean she's. I think sometimes that she just does it on purpose and calls it a butt.
I think so too.
Buzz butt. Okay.
Hey, listen. Grant Daniels was in the chat, and we was playing earlier your song "Kiss This," and he wanted to know. What was you intending on us kissing? I mean, we're friends and everything, but I'm not quite sure where you wanted us to kiss you.
That's where imagination just comes into it.
Radio, the theater of the mind.
Exactly. You know, if you could imagine it, it's possible. Isn't that what Walt Disney used to say?
Yes.
Okay.
Glad you cleared that one up.
So we're just going to leave it at that.
Sounds like a plan. So, you still singing?
Yes, I am still singing. However, I ran into some road bumps getting my recording equipment set up in the truck.
Uh-oh.
So I haven't had, I just haven't had the opportunity to sit down and get everything set up the way that it should be set up. And yeah, if I tried to set it up right now, it'd take me an hour and a half to get all the cords and everything plugged into where they got to go. And I usually don't have an hour and a half out here. And when I do take my 10-hour break, I've earned it and I go right to bed. So just getting everything set up. It's not. I'm in a Peterbilt this time. I'm not in McKenworth, where I knew where everything went before, and I could have the studio set up in an hour, and it would stay that way. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm working on it.
Just curious.
So, Brad James, when did you start with your music? Because some of these guys in the chat room don't know your history. We know the big boring story, but some of these guys in the chat room don't know you very well. So you're gonna have to tell them all from the start.
Okay, the big boring story is Actually, when I was in high school, I went to a private school, Southern Baptist sponsored Christian school, and it was mandatory. We had to attend church and attend chapel and stuff like that. Well, I got involved with the youth choir at our church, and really enjoyed it. Had a good time, and didn't really do anything after high school. Went out, got a job, started driving a truck, and that was about the time that they started coming out with karaoke. And once I found karaoke, I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. This is fun. And then I would start going out singing karaoke, and one thing would lead to another. And, went through several jobs, enjoyed going out singing karaoke. But then about 9 years ago, when the recession was going on and everything like that, I lost my job and had to come out here on the road as an over-the-road driver again. And the one thing, besides my wife and my kids, the one thing that I really missed was the times that we would go out singing karaoke. So what I did is I just searched the App Store and the Internet for a system, that I could use on my phone to download karaoke songs and sing along with them. And eventually I started recording the songs and then recording videos with them. And that's it in a nutshell. So, and now we're here talking on the radio.
Did your wife sing karaoke with you back in the day?
Oh, hell no.
No?
No. She never will. She made that perfectly clear to me when we started dating, that no, you can go out and sing all you want, but you call me up here and we're done. So, nope. We go out. I go out singing. She sits down and watches and has a drink, and I've learned never to call her up there.
Well, and how's the kids doing? I see it's just funny how fast they seem to grow up.
They're growing like weeds.
I know. I couldn't believe how big they were when I saw them.
They get bigger every time I go home to see them, and I think the last time you guys saw them was down in Fort Lauderdale, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were little dinkies.
Yeah, they
just out of diapers.
They're not. Yeah, they're not dinky anymore. They're growing up. They're loving school. They're doing really, really good, and I'm proud of them both. I think Carter made honor roll for his first semester this year, and Braden just barely missed it. So
cool.
We're doing good on the school front.
Deborah in the chat room said, Brad, do you remember what was your first song that you did on Facebook?
The first song I did on Facebook, I believe I want to say it was the I Can Still Make Cheyenne song.
I know that was one of your first ones in that neck of the woods.
Well, I'm trying to, I know I started it in December. God, it's been almost 5 years since I started the Facebook page. I'm pretty sure that on the Facebook page that I Can Still Make Cheyenne was the first song I put up there. I could be wrong.
That means you've known the Yankee and the Brit for 5 years.
Yes, I met you guys, after Detention came out is when we started talking to each other, and that'll be 5 years in February since Detention, so.
Jesus, yeah, God almighty.
And I know, all that time you've been thinking, one day I'll be as famous as the Yankee and the Brit. I know. I know, Brad, I know.
It's okay to laugh. Go ahead. I do it all the time when she says that.
So, do you intend to write any songs of your own, or have you wrote any?
Well, I haven't written any originals. Now, the parodies, of course, I wrote those. But that was using somebody else's song as a base for the parodies. I picture myself writing a song. It's just I don't know how to play the guitar, and I think in my mind I let that block me. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. It just
sure it does.
I've got a guitar sitting at home, and I've sworn up and down I'm going to learn to play it. But I haven't done it yet. But I think just being able to make the chords and play the different chords, experiment with the chords and the sound and stuff like that. I think being able to do that enables you to write the lyrics a lot easier type thing. My friends have Bill and Taylor and Tony. They've all got a knack for writing the songs. I mean, I just sing them so far. I'll write my own one day.
You can always write them and let somebody else set them to music to your voice.
Well, you know what I read the other day? I read that Elvis Presley never wrote a single one of his songs.
See what I'm saying?
I looked at that and I smiled. But then everybody asked me if I'm going to write any songs.
Well, you could be Brad Presley.
That was just a random question in my head. But, me and Randy, the opening song that Randy accidentally played twice tonight, that guy there, Kyle Bulgalt, is that his name?
Borgal, yeah.
Yeah, he's got this album out, and he never wrote a single one of those. And I tell you what, the album is just bang on. It's absolutely fantastic. So you can put your own stamp on it and make it your own, as long as the writer's all right with it, I suppose.
And I think that's pretty much the direction that I'm going to go in for the next album. Is like I said, I've got my friends Bill, Taylor. They've all written songs, and Bill. I mean, he's got so many frickin' songs that he's written. I could search through his scrap pile of songs and come up with a really good album. So I've just got to get the music selected out and work on it.
Can you see the chat room at all?
No, I can't see the chat room at all.
Nick Deitch over there across the pond, he says, I'm still waiting for a Brad James whistling album.
Thanks, guys.
We make sure the legend stays fresh in everyone's mind.
Listen, I have not had time to learn how to play the guitar, much less learn how to whistle.
That's what I kept giggling about a few seconds ago.
And when you guys contacted me and said, hey, we want to have you on the show, I thought, yeah, hey, that sounds like a great idea. No, don't do it, because she's going to ask you about your whistling. I knew it.
We didn't say anything. He brought it up.
You say he brought it up. Somebody sent him a text and said, ask about his whistling.
Let me tell you something about Nickers in the chat room. He's got one of those memories where he will drag up something from 20 years ago just to embarrass you, and every now and again he says certain things in our chat room to get me.
He has been on your guys' show for as long as I've known you guys.
Yep, he's like an elephant never forgets.
Nick, yeah, I know. Well, Nick, I hope everything's going good for you over there. Shouldn't he be at work or something?
No, he should be in bed at this time.
He just said he remembers everything, and he does. He does.
It's 1:19 in the morning over there.
Oh yeah, he should be in bed.
I think there's a point to be made there.
So Brad James, what kind of music really, really moves you? What kind of music makes you want to dance around like a crazy lunatic?
Oh, dance?
Oh yeah, you don't dance. You don't dance, do you? You said
I don't dance.
You said you look like you're having a heart attack. See, another one that doesn't forget.
Yep. Yeah, I've never. I'm a white guy. I've never learned to dance. Yeah, my grandmother taught me how to ballroom dance or waltz. The 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. She taught me that when I was like 7, and I forgot all that. I was so traumatized by that. I just never decided to move on with it.
Though, you could wear your Metapad to the disco and turn that thing on, and nobody would have a clue.
I'd win first prize in a dance contest, too, huh?
Hell yeah. You'd be like the Scarecrow or the Tin Man. You can nail it.
No, and you know what? I think that's the great thing about me and Patty, my wife Patty, is that she's always been the dancer. She loves dancing and stuff like that. I've always been the singer. So, when we go out, she'll dance, I'll sing, and we're both happy at the end of the night.
But she's dancing by herself and you're singing by yourself.
Yeah, but see, I didn't make her do anything that she'd be uncomfortable with, and she didn't make me do anything I'd be uncomfortable with. So we're not screaming and yelling at each other when we leave. Yeah, we're all good.
All right.
Well, let's see what other questions I have on my extra special list for Brad James.
Have you made any CDs? You got them for sale?
Yes, I do have CDs. I've got my Lonesome Road CD, the album.
Right, that's right.
I believe right before we came on, you were playing one of the songs off of that.
Yes.
And they're not in stores. I mean, you can buy them off of my website, www.brad-james.com, and you can get them autographed or personalized or just the CD itself. Yeah, to put them into distribution, the first of all, you got to have people that want to distribute them, and you end up taking, after what you pay for manufacturing the CD and shipping and everything like that, what they want to pay you for per unit is, you might make 50 cents off of each one.
I don't think it's that much from what I've heard.
No. So, I mean, just distributing them myself, I'm not taking as big of a hit when it comes to sharing the profits or however you want to describe it.
Do you want to be rich and famous?
Well, somebody said something about, I'm already famous. I'm notorious maybe, but I don't know about famous. The rich part has still eluded me, but no, I'm happy in the truck. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone. I'm happy in the truck. I would rather be the truck driver and do the music on the side as a part-time thing. I don't think I could ever give up the truck driving to try to go and forge out a career in music.
What if you was offered a big, huge recording contract with a big, huge record company? Would you take it?
Oh.
I mean, life as you know it would just never be the same, would it?
It would have to be millions and millions of dollars.
You wouldn't even want to speak to the little people like me.
He doesn't speak to you now.
He doesn't speak to me now. He ignores my texts. I text him at 3 o'clock in the morning and he ignores me.
You're not buzzing
I call
his
him
butt.
up, heavy breathing, and he ignores me.
Oh, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at right now. I don't have any pressure, to perform or anything. I've got the truck shows, the Great American Truck Show, the Mid America Truck Show that I do. A couple of those a year. I'd like to add a couple more truck shows in every year, and I still get to stay out here in the truck and do what I like to do. So,
Cool.
I don't like being pressured.
Boy, I can relate to that. I hate that.
Grant Daniels in the chat room would like to know where you think you may end up when you get flushed down the Yankee and the Brit show toilet at the end of the show. Everybody gets flushed down the toilet.
Okay, well, I'm going to end up right here in Mount Morris, Pennsylvania.
Is that where you are? Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's where I'm at. I'll tell you what, they got a huddle house here, though, so that's their saving grace.
Ooh. Now, maybe that'd change my mind. I didn't know there was one there. When did they put that up?
I couldn't tell you.
I'll be damned. Was never one there when I went across there all the time.
No, I think the first time I stopped in here about 2 months ago. And it has been the first time I stopped in here in over 20 years. So I stopped at the head of Huddle House. That's a step up. So
where do you run? All over the country? Or do you kind of stick to the freight channels up and down the coast there?
Well, with Hennef, so far I've been mostly the eastern United States. Everything from, say, from 35 east. But we do have some accounts where, we take loads out to Washington State and up into Oregon and California. But no, for the most part, they tend to keep us on the eastern half of the United States.
Do you haul any food grade stuff, or is it all chemicals?
No, we haul food grade, we haul chemical. As a matter of fact, just yesterday, delivered out in Rhode Island, food grade kosher load. Boy, were they picky.
So that's why my Nestle's Quick tastes like motor oil.
Brad James, what do you think of the new generation of country stars on the music industry today? What is your opinion?
They call it country? Is that what they're calling it?
Supposedly.
That's about everybody else's question that comes through here.
It's good pop music, but it's not country. Then again, I grew up listening to Garth Brooks and Travis Tritt, Keith Whitley, and that was country for me. But I suppose to the older generations that were listening to Hank Williams Sr., and Arlo, Gene Autry and all that. That wasn't country western to them when it was to me. So, the newer generation, this is their country. I'll just stick with my generation's country.
Can you imagine when your children are your age, they could be having a conversation with one of their friends about the generation of country music.
My dad used to sing that crap.
Yeah, can you imagine what it's going to be like? And they're going to probably grow up saying that they listened to the stars of today.
God, that means I'm going to be over 100 years old.
Hey, you're a grandfather too, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, I am a grandfather.
By one of your boys?
Well, it's one of my boys, Devin. He's our number 2 child.
How old is he?
He is 21. He's in the Air Force, stationed at Seymour Air Force Base out in Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Wow.
And we're very proud of him. He's married. They've got the baby. They bought their first house, and he's doing great. He's 21 years old, and he's accomplished more in his first 21 years than I did in my first 35 years. So, well, pretty proud of him.
I can't believe they're that old. That's just still blows me away.
Well, Brad is getting on a bit.
Shh.
He doesn't look a bloody day over 40.
Thank you, Randy.
Well, you're not, are you?
Oh, God.
Well, you're not my age. I know that. You're younger than I am.
Well, how old are you?
60.
Okay, yes, I'm younger than you.
Only just by a few days.
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months at the most. Yeah. So what do you like to do to relax?
Sleep. And when I go home, I like to do things around the house, play with, fix things, and with me being gone, and having 2 growing boys, and a wife who, bless her soul, but she's not good with electricity or woodwork or anything like that. So, a lot of times I'll come home. There's something that needs to be fixed or repaired. That's what I do. I like fixing things.
Do you get home pretty regular?
Well, now that I own the truck, I've got the truck payment that goes along with it. I could go home more often, but since I'm just getting started, with the company, I just started here in July. I've chose to stay out for a month at a time, and it was really nice though because the last time I went home, I actually took a whole week off, and I haven't done that in 8 years. To go home and actually take a full week off, and it was really, really relaxing. Not only did I get caught up on my rest, but I was able to get some projects done around the house, not just start something and then go, oh, hey, I got to go. I was able to start projects, finish projects, and I really enjoyed the time at home.
Now, after you were home for a week, how'd it feel when you had to crawl back up in a truck?
Oh, like it always does. I hate leaving the house. But
I know it. That was the worst thing. I hated going home sometimes, but I sure as hell hated leaving.
We got to put the money in the bank, though. So.
Well, that's it.
The truck ain't going to drive itself, at least not yet.
Probably the first hour after leaving the house was the worst. After that, you kind of got right back in the flow again.
For me, it usually takes about a day or two for me to get my head back into it fully. Get my sleep pattern the way, to match up with my loading times and stuff like that. So it does. It takes a couple of days after you leave the house to get back into a pattern out here.
Do you have any intentions on making any music videos? Like official ones, however you want to call them.
Official ones?
Yeah.
Produced.
Just pretend you know what I'm talking about. You know the drill.
Produced ones. You mean where somebody else actually runs the camera?
Yeah. Professionally made ones.
And you're saying that mine weren't good enough, or?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Professionally made ones.
Not that amateur Brad James. I don't mean him recording it. I mean, someone professional.
You know what I'm afraid of, though? I'm actually afraid that if I did do, had a videographer and, a produced video, and then you take it and you post it on Facebook, and it does okay, mediocre. Where I can sit here and I can do one in my truck with a karaoke track, and do the video on my iPhone. Hold on, sorry, Coca-Cola's kicking back here. And that'll get 200,000 views or something like that. It's just, I don't know. People are funny. It's strange what somebody will. You'll think it's the best project in the world. You sink money into it, have it all professionally done, and then it just wouldn't perform. Whereas I could throw a video up there of me picking my nose, and it'll get 200,000. It's strange.
Let me tell you that Brad James on the medic pad got so many thousand views. I could not believe it. I was in shock. I was like, he's dribbling all over the place, sticking his medipad to his nipples, and everybody's going crazy over it.
Oh.
Well, there's his point then.
I guess it was my presence in the video that made it explode the way it did.
Oh, will you please?
Of course it was me.
Oh.
Welcome to my world.
But you see what I'm saying? I mean, you could put all this money and time and effort into professional video, and don't get me, I'm not trying to knock the guys that do professional videos, because they do a great job of them. But I've found that you can get just as good, if not better, results with just doing something simple. And I think a lot of it has to do with doing it from the heart.
Yeah.
If it's genuine, and that's something that comes across. If you're acting or something like that, that comes across too, and it looks fake. So.
Hey, look, Helen Tesk is in the chat room. She says, "Hi, Brad.
Hi, Helen.
Your butt buddy." Cute.
My butt.
They just won't cut you any slack, will they?
No, at least we're not talking about whistling, so.
Yeah, true. We made a whole song about your whistling. Did you know that?
Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to get played sometime tonight.
The whistle while you truck song.
Yeah.
Do you intend on going out and playing on stage apart from karaoke bars? Do you intend on going on stage and singing?
Well, in the future truck shows that we're doing, my friend Taylor Barker, he had his band in Kingsport, Tennessee, Stone Creek 4. And when we were at the Great American Truck Show in Dallas this past August, I got the opportunity to meet the guys in the band. They had learned some of my songs, and I actually got to perform in front of a crowd with a live band, and it felt really good, and we're going to continue that on. I have to get to Kingsport, let them know, anytime I'm going to be coming through there, and we'll throw together some practice sessions and stuff like that, just to get more comfortable, them get more comfortable with me get more comfortable with them, learn some common songs and stuff like that. And get the nervous bugs out, and we'll start doing a lot more performances together.
Cool. So, how are you finding it singing on the cruise ships?
How do I fancy? Is that what you said?
I said, how do you like singing on the cruise ships?
Oh, I love singing on the cruise ships. Hanging out with Dave Summers is phenomenal.
It's an experience.
Oh, it sure is. And the thing is that it's something for my entire family my wife, my kids, and on a lot of these cruises, my mom and dad have actually gone along too. And it's a family event, and it's not. The thing is, it's not just about a 2-hour show where we get up, we have some drinks, and I do half-hour, 45-minute, hour show, whatever. That's not even the highlight. The highlight is the whole week is we're hanging out with everybody from the group that's there for the Truckers Gone Wild cruise, and just to sit there over drinks and out on the sun deck or something, and just having conversations with everybody and talking to people. You really get to know them. They get to know me. They get to know my wife and my kids, and I mean, we've been doing the Truckers Gone Wild cruise for 4 years now, and a lot of the people that go on these cruises are repeat cruisers with Dave, and it's almost like they've said that they've watched my kids grow up. When we go on the cruise, I don't have to worry about my kids because I know that they've got 200 aunts and uncles on this cruise ship that are going to tell me what they're doing. And it's more of a family environment. Not just my family, but the rest of them. I mean, we keep in touch throughout the year. A lot of them are like my friends on Facebook, and it's a good feeling. I love doing the cruises with Dave, and unfortunately, this coming February, I'm not doing the Truckers Gone Wild cruise because that one's going out of Galveston. But I am doing the one next October out of Miami. So
Cool.
it didn't start out as Truckers Gone. It didn't start out as a Truckers Gone Wild cruise, but after talking to Dave and me agreeing to perform on that cruise, now we've got Way Jennings, the grandson of Waylon Jennings, who's going to also be performing on that cruise with me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's going to be a hoot. Oh, yeah.
Hey, speaking of grandsons of people, I'm sorry. What is he? How is he related to Waylon?
Grandson.
Grandson.
Have you heard Johnny Cash's grandson?
Thomas Gabriel.
Sound just like him?
Yeah, Thomas Gabriel. Oh, jeez, are you kidding me? The kid is awesome.
Yeah, he has got some awesome music, Brad.
Does he? I'm not familiar with him.
Well, if you tune into the show, after you finish here, we will play you some Thomas Gabriel.
If anything, look him up, because I'm telling you, man, you hear his voice and just get chills from the guy. He was supposed to come on the show, but we never heard back from him again, so I guess we weren't good enough or something.
Some people get too big for you.
Yeah, doesn't bother me any hell. I don't care.
Hey, are you ready for Randy's random questions?
Am I ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I take that as a yes.
Yeah, the delay on the line is terrible. But go ahead then, Randy.
Everybody gets these questions, and they're all open-end questions, so you don't have to answer with exactly what it is. But anyways, what's your favorite word?
Favorite word?
Your favorite word. Or words.
Favorite word to use? Or
your favorite word? I don't know.
Do you like the word flabbergasted? If you like it, say it.
No, not flabbergasted.
What word do you use a lot?
Well, I can't say that on the radio.
Well, you can on our radio, but it's your reputation, not mine.
Oh.
Just telling it like it is.
Favorite word for me would be family. That probably means the most to me.
Your least favorite word?
Hopo.
Who?
Hopo.
Hopo?
You can't say. Yeah, if you can't say the word police, you don't even need to be speaking the English language. You need to. I'll shut up.
What does hopo mean, though?
Popo, the popo.
Yeah, but where's the ho come from? Popo, I know, but hopo?
That's what I'm saying. Popo.
Oh,
Popo.
okay. I thought you were talking about a female police officer or something over there. That's the hopo.
Hopo.
Popo. You just started a new word. It'll be all over the internet tomorrow.
Run, man, it's the hopo. Number 3, what turns you on, Brad James?
Mrs. James.
What turns you off? Mrs. James.
Yes.
He's going to say the Brit, I know. What turns you off, Brad James?
Oh, the kids arguing.
What sound?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, stop. We got to go back to this one. What turns me off? Xbox.
Oh, bless your soul.
What sound do you love, Brad James?
What sound do I love?
Yes.
That's a tough one, really, because I like waterfalls and birds and crickets and nature.
Well, it's a good job we're not interviewing you. We're interviewing Brad.
Well, he's taking forever to answer, so I'm helping out
I
here.
know. What do you like? What sound do you like?
I like nature, waterfalls and crickets and what was the other one you said, Randy?
That other one.
Debra says whistling.
Oh.
Back of the
No.
net.
No,
Well, my favorite sound out here on the truck, I would say it would be listening to the turbocharger wind spool up. Yeah, you get that little whistle.
I know, man. Those are nice. That's the only whistling you can do, right?
No.
Now, what sound do you hate beside your own whistling?
Mosquitoes.
Oh, that little buzzy noise.
I can't hear them anymore. I can feel them, but I can't hear them anymore.
Oh, no. You on a nice cool night, you got the windows rolled up, and you're in the bunk trying to get some sleep, and if there's one mosquito in that truck, you're going to hear it.
What's your favorite drink?
Favorite drink?
Open-ended question.
Jägermeister.
Jägermeister.
Das ist gut. What profession, other than yours, would you like to attempt?
Years ago, it was my intentions to become a commercial airline pilot.
I thought it was going to say porn star then.
No, I've done that already.
An airline porn star. I'm getting drunk on a plane. What profession would you not like to do?
Hello?
I don't think that... Oh, I'm here. I'm thinking about it.
And now I couldn't hear those cogs and thought, is he thinking or what's he doing?
The one job I don't think I'd like to do would be a corrections officer.
You afraid you'd have to discipline somebody?
You think about the numbers. You're outnumbered.
Is a corrections officer the same as a hopo? I mean, popo.
No. Corrections officer is a prison guard.
They work in the prison.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with what it is. I'm sorry. I must be well behaved.
She's never been corrected.
Yeah, I've never been corrected.
Question number 10, the last one and the most important one. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you get to the pearly gates?
What are you doing here?
Come here, son. Let me teach you how to whistle. You have all the time in the world.
I'd like to hear welcome, welcome home. But I think I'd probably be more along the lines of, who the hell let you in here? What are you doing here?
Debra said, "You've got to say, Brad, say goodnight, Debra." So you got to say good night to Deborah.
Good night, Deborah. Good night, Deborah.
There you go.
Always the courteous man.
So if you could think of a song title that describes the Yankee and the Brit, what would it be?
You guys didn't tell me I was going to have to do this much thinking.
I know. You really shouldn't be thinking. What have I told you about all that thinking?
It's full of crazy. Oh. Something about mashed potatoes and crazy. That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Mashed potatoes and crazy.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of songwriters that listen to this show, and you just gave them a song title.
Isn't that what Jeffrey Dahmer had for dinner one time? Mashed potatoes and Gary?
Night, Deborah. Yeah, Helen Teske in the chat room, Brad, was asking when is your next CD out, because your fans have been wanting to know.
Well, the next CD will be when I go into the studio, and it's still in the planning stage. Like I said, I'm not a writer, so I don't have songs that I've written that I want to get out there. I've heard a couple of Bill's songs that he's done that I'd like to do.
Bill Weaver?
I've got Bill Weaver. I've got a couple of friends that are songwriters that are sending me stuff, and it's just kind of you go through some songs, you listen to them. Some you'll go, yes, that's one I want to do. And then you'll turn around and you'll listen to it, a week later, and you'll go, no, that's not the right one. It's just a matter of coming up with the right songs and being able to find the time to, have the tracks and everything recorded in the studio the way that you want them done, and then going into the studio and recording the vocals. And it's when I did the first one, it was very, very time consuming.
Oh gosh, Brad, you've made it rain. Can you hear that?
No, I can't hear a thing.
Oh, you made it rain. Wow. Was you whistling again or something?
But no whistling here. But no, when I did the first album, there was just a lot more entailed in doing it than I ever imagined, and I did it all on my own with some help from Bill, and I just haven't had the time or the opportunity. I don't have the material ready yet. I've got some songs that I want to do on it, but I'm still looking for songs. So if there's any songwriters out there that have some songs that they'd like me to hear, feel free to contact me.
Well, I don't know whether you've heard about Ekota Records. We had Donna Ray and Niecy Howard on the show last week from Ekota, and I could probably put you in touch with them. They have about 40 songwriters in their program, and there's some quite good music that's come out of that songwriting. So I could probably put you in touch with those.
I need 40 songwriters.
Yeah, you do.
With 40 songwriters, I can have an album out in the next 2 months.
Would you like me to put you in contact with them?
Oh, please do. I'm open for any suggestions, and I try to base the songs that I do. I try to kind of tie them in, with driving or life on the road, being gone, that kind of stuff.
Well, you may want to hook up with them. It doesn't cost you anything to get involved with these people. Might give you that step forward.
Any contacts, networking, or anything like that, I'm all for.
I shall hook you up with them.
It's a necessary evil out here. When you're a loner, quiet guy like me, sometimes it's hard to come out of your shell and talk to people. But once I get started talking, I kind of like it. But
Well, what we'll do is after the show, I will put you in contact with Niecy Howard and see where she can help you. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we flush you down the Yankee and the Brit Show toilet? Randy's got his hand on that chain, you see.
Also, you need to stop by here sometime again.
And now that I got my own truck, I can go out a route if I feel like. So yeah.
Yay!
I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to do that, but
what's the only way he's going to get you by going out a route?
It would be nice to see you and talk to you. There's things I'd like to ask you, that I don't want to ask on the air, but it would just be nice to talk to you.
Well, yeah, of course. Now, when I first started over here, I told Donna that, because we do run a lot of loads into and out of, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We go down to Houston and stuff like that. So my opportunities for getting into your area are a lot more now than they were when I was over at Martin.
Yeah, but I know what it's like.
Clear up here.
I know what it's like trying to find the time to take a minute. Sorry.
Well, and in a company truck, when I had pre-plans and everything, they didn't want me going out a route. I always had another load that I had to get to, blah, blah, blah. The atmosphere over here at Hennef is a little bit different, pulling tanker. A lot of times I'll empty out in an area and I'll be able to spend half the day there before I have to go off and do something else. There is a little bit more free time here than there was over at Martin. And just to clear the air about Martin, a lot of people thought we had a disagreement. I got fired. No, that didn't happen. I left on very good terms with Martin. They were a great company for me. They're a good company for a company driver. And, we left on good terms. And I actually enjoyed my time over there.
See, those are kind of things I don't ask about because I don't like, to me, that's personal business. But if you like to share it, that's fine.
Well, a lot of people, when they see me in the Hennef truck, they're like, oh, you left Martin. Well, yeah, I left Martin. It wasn't because we had any kind of a disagreement or anything. It was simply because Hennef came along and they offered me more. And, I love it here. My wife loves it, the fact that I'm here. Like I said, the last time I went home, I took a whole week off, which I've never done before, never been able to do. And, I'm making a lot better money over here, and I had the time. I took a whole week off, and it didn't even phase us.
Where's Hennef's base at?
This year, they're based out of Oak Brook, Illinois. And they've got terminals in Kingsport, Tennessee. They got terminals Joliet, Illinois, Lansing, Illinois, Hamlet, North Carolina. They've got Pasadena, Texas, Geismar, Louisiana, Beaumont, Texas. They got terminals all over the eastern United States. And they just bought out Miller Transporters. So the company's basically doubled in size. So we've got, more new terminals that I don't even have a clue as to where they are.
Well, what do you do that gets you home, and you make money to go buy the house?
Get a load going into Florida.
I mean, do they have where are you based out of then, you yourself?
Actually, my home terminal is up in Parker, Pennsylvania.
Oh, geez.
Go figure that one out. No, it's just the dispatcher, the terminal manager that I work for, driver manager, whatever you want to call them, they work with a lot of over-the-road guys, and they don't have a lot of local drivers that they have to keep going. And it works out best for what I'm doing, being over the road. If I was based out of one of these other terminals, like, say, Joliet, where they do a lot of deliveries into Chicago, that's a lot of their business there, is they make deliveries into Chicago. They pick up, other preloaded tankers and freight and bring it back to the terminal. Most of their guys there are local drivers who are home every day or day and a half, 2 days, whatever. So the way that they operate out of Parker just serves me better because the business plan that they have there suits my needs better.
Were you a tanker yanker before you got with Hennef?
No, actually, I hauled reefer before. I hauled dry van. Way back when, I did about 3 months of tanker, just hauling water, but that was enough to qualify me to get the job. So,
well, what I was aiming at is if you're based out of Pennsylvania, winter's coming, my friend.
Yes, it is.
That should be interesting.
No, like I said, I started here in July. I've gotten pretty comfortable with you learn that when you do something up here, 3 seconds later, if you don't do it smoothly, you're going to get a little bump from behind.
Oh yeah.
If you know what you're doing,
nothing wrong with a good bump from behind.
You just don't want that bump happening while you're in the middle of a turn or something.
Or sitting at a red light, for that matter.
Yeah.
Like, you keep your foot on the brake.
Well, on an icy road, hauling paint sludge from the Ford plant to the waste dump, and you sit at a red light with your foot on the brake on an icy road, and it decides it wants to come forward on you, you'll still go through the red light. Not that I know what that's about, but you learn real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We'll dump you off at the side of the road here and flush you down that Yankee in the Brit Show toilet because we have some of your tunes to play. Let these guys know what you're all about.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys having me tonight. It's been fun, and it's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah. And listen, I've hooked you up on the Facebook chat with Nisi Howard from Ekota, and hopefully she can help you along the way.
Well, that sounds good, and thank you very much.
Yeah. We'll do it again next year. I will torment your eardrums next year. Are you listening?
Well, thanks for letting me finish my nice little chat with another truck driver. I really enjoyed that, even though you did cut me off.
Well, you guys could bang on all night about all that. Oh, my gosh.
I don't know. Lee is the only other truck driver I have to talk to. That's it. Everybody's gone now. Kevin's gone. They're all gone.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't seen or talked to Kevin in a long time. I don't know what happened to that, him and Shannon, but
I don't know. I heard from her. Didn't we hear from Shannon maybe last year was the last time I seen from her?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
She stopped in the show, said hello, and was gone.
Oh, okay.
So anyways.
What was that last question that I never answered?
The last question.
I have any final things to say before you guys flush?
Yeah,
Randy's got his hand on the toilet chain. So if there's anything that you'd like to add before he flushes the royal toilet, then speak now or forever hold your peace.
Well, if nobody out there's ever seen any of my videos, you can find me on YouTube, Brad James. Check me out on Facebook. Check out my website, www.brad-james.com.
Or they can find Donna's video of the Metapad. That's still on YouTube.
Yes.
Or they can find your video we made of you when you were with us on the show. That was for the first time he was on the show? Or the second time we made that video?
That was the first, yeah.
Yeah, that's still out there.
And there is also Randy's video pick of the week. I'm not sure whether you saw that a couple of weeks ago. You was Randy's video pick of the week.
Do you guys remember how terrified I was the first time when you guys called me and wanted me to do the radio?
Yeah.
And no, I don't think anybody ever picked up on the fact that we actually pre-recorded it and you guys edited out all of my
and all those secrets that
all the
dubbed out. Yeah.
Donna was 2 weeks editing that.
I know, all the dead space on there. You asked me a question, I'm like, God, I'd hem and haw for 5 minutes before I'd come up with an answer. And then I felt so bad for you guys because I know you had to go back and cut all that stuff out. But it was, you guys did really, really good on that, and I do appreciate that.
It was worth every minute.
I think that's. I think I'm ready to be flushed, sir.
Okay.
Well, there's a nice big floater ready to go down with you. So, I know, blame the dog. We've got a dog that, poops in the toilet.
He is the floater.
He is the floater.
No, Brad is.
Oh, Brad's the floater.
All right, mister. Be safe with that tank,
All right.
will you?
I will. You guys be good and stay crazy.
We will.
Wouldn't have it any other way. We'll see you later.
Bye.
All right. Bye now. Bye, guys.
Hi, this is Brad James, and you're listening to the Yankee and the Brit on the RTM Radio Network.
Here's Brad James leaving this highway with the Yankee and the Brit on a country Saturday night. Thank you, Mr. James. That's right. Yankee and the Brit, Brad James and Chrome. What a guy. I just tickled to death by that guy. One of the few people I like. Besides Snickers and Grant and Erica and
I was going to say,
Benny
careful
Pitzinger and
careful
Donna.
when you say you don't like anyone.
Tommy Lee Moffat, and the list is endless. Great, though. I think he's a hell of a singer. That's just my opinion. RTM Radio Network Country Saturday Night. Yes, that's it. That's us. That's we. The wife and I. All right. So, anyways, what's going on, everybody? Nice to have you joining us tonight. Thank you, Brad. What a guy. What a guy. Had lots of fun. Just nice to chit-chat with him for a little while.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can hear it or not, but listen to this. As that lovely British wife of mine would say, it's pissing it down.
It's pissing it down with rain. You should have heard it just 5 minutes ago. It was, there was lots of banging going on up there.
And yes, Dan, you can hear it. So see, you can hear the rain. Sometimes it rains so hard in here that Donna and I cannot even talk to each other, and we're sitting like maybe 1.5 feet apart, 2 feet
Sometimes
max.
it's great because I can't hear him moaning.
The bench. Let me see if I got that. I'm not sure if I do or not. The bench. Yes, I do. Bada boom,
We do.
bada bing.
We have the tune.
Okay.
It is the listener spotlight with Thomas Allen Rollins Sr.
I will get that on for you. Trust me, I will do that.
Well, chop chop.
Well, thank you, Mr.
Ooh,
Daniels.
it's flashing out there.
I know, a little bit of lightning, some thunder, lots of rain. I feel like I have to yell on this end. It's really loud. Any hoo-ha, check this out. Now, here's Donna was talking about the whistling song about Brad. So, give this a listen.
Just whistle while you truck. La 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 la. And cheerfully together, we can earn a tidy buck. So hum a merry tune. Cause your whistling sucks when you're in your truck and it will sound like fuck. And as you sing your song, imagine that you're on that Carnival cruise ship and you'll find we're dancing to your song. When the fuel is low, you've got to go. Whistle while you truck.
That was Donna's idea. Don't even think I had anything to do with that. Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
excuse me.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Nothing like a great thunderstorm. Yes, sir.
Nickers says, I told you he never forgets a thing.
You get the
He
sprinklers
says,
on. What is that all about?
There was a particular video where we were being
Listen.
flooded. Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, well, I can't hear you.
Yeah, there was a particular video where we had a really bad flood outside, and you had the sprinklers on. So Nickers, of course, will never forget about that video with the sprinklers on while we were having a flood. But
can't
it's by
believe-
law. It's by law that we have to have those sprinklers on twice a day.
I can't believe how loud that is.
And that water absolutely stinks. And Randy was working on his train a couple of weeks ago. I'll do this
you're
over the
talking
mic.
about the lawn, the
lawn
the
sprinklers.
septic system.
Yeah, and Randy was working on his train track a few weeks ago, and the sprinkler came on, and it got covered in all that dirty water.
It's a shithole railroad. Well, I think you're right this time, wife.
What?
It is pissing it down.
It's pissing it down with rain.
That's crazy. See, now you guys see what it's like in here. That steel roof really...
Rusted. Alfred the radio dog.
Yeah, it is.
Alfred has been singing for you guys, by the way. I don't know whether Randy recorded it. Did you record him singing, Randy?
Did I record him singing?
Yeah, Alfred the radio dog.
No, not
Did
really.
you record it?
I didn't record him singing.
Well, you should have done. Let's hear it.
We have the background music. How you like it, Mom? Mom?
I love it.
Hey, Mom.
What?
I can't hear you for the rain. What'd you say? Hello, everybody tonight.
Well, sing along then, husband.
Nice to see you guys. Hi, Dan. Hi, Knickers. Where's that hot chick, Erica? She's still here? Erica. Where's that poodle, Erica?
Erica's a poodle. I know, you don't like the storms. You're all
Hi,
right.
Grant. What's up, buddy?
I've got a dog that's 6 foot tall when he stands up and he's afraid of the rain.
No, he's afraid of the thunder. Hi, buddy. Everything all right? Yeah, it's okay. It's awful loud in there, though, by myself.
Ah, see? All right. See?
Is that you singing? Oh, look, I saw lightning. I know. Pretty creepy. Whoa.
Oh, my gosh. Did you guys hear that?
Oh, no. Stop. Don't move your head. Stay right there.
What?
Oh, my God. He just slung slime on me.
The dog just slung a big load of gloop at me and it landed on my neck.
Wow.
Oh, come here. Come on. There you go.
You know, the
All
thing is,
right.
Dan, the rain's not even going to last that long. The bullets are just coming down right now.
And
Yeah,
this
we're
isn't
getting
it.
it
This
all
is
right.
no sound effects. This is a real Texas storm.
Hey, big butt, move it along over there. All right, so anyways, let me get
Come on.
Thomas's song he
I
wants to
know.
hear over here. It's Thomas actually singing this, too. See, look, it stops just like that.
There we go. That is the end of a Texas storm. We have no rain right now.
Oh, shut up. It ain't that easy.
This is Thomas with the bench, guys and girls.
Yeah, well, see, I loaded it over here and I can't. There it is. All right. All right, I gotta go. It's quiet now. All right, please do it. Don't you shake that head again.
Let's go. No, hey, stop
Alfred.
that.
All right, bye, everybody. Good. Now,
And the smelly end.
here's
Come on.
Thomas A. Rollins Sr.
And the stinky end.
on a rainy Texas night. The Bench. Check it out. That's it. End of the line for Big Joe and Phantom 309. Yankee and the Brit Country Saturday night. We are done. Thank you, Mr. Brad James. What a wonderful man. Appreciate him stopping by and taking the time to yak with us. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Thanks for jamming with us and your requests and just whatever. All these great artists stopping by. I love it. You guys are fantastic. Bring more of your fans with you. That's what we're here for. We aims to please. Nice to have you guys. We got to get out of here. Next week, let's see. Do we have anybody tomorrow?
Good night, Sharon Thompson.
Anybody
Sorry?
tomorrow?
No, we don't have anybody
Okay.
on the
Next
air
weekend,
tomorrow.
we have
Jake Wilson.
and
on
Donna Joe.
Yes, that's right.
Make sure you're here. You're going to love that. I guarantee you. It'd be nice to hear Donna Joe's voice again. All right. We are history. Thank you all. We'll see you next week. Maybe even during the week. Keep your eyes open. You never know. Depends on the weather and what's going on and whether we're still alive or not. You guys rock, man. Thank you much. Adios. Bye-bye. And say goodnight, Donna.
Good night, Donna.
So remember, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
Yankee and the Brit's the place to be. Radio living is the life for me. Airwaves spreading out so far and wide. Keep your FM, just give me that internet side.
Online is where I'd rather stay. I've got a lot of music to play. I just adore a Yankee view. Darling, I love you, but give me a show to do.
The Chat.
The Brats.
On air.
That's fair.
You are my wife.
Goodbye, British life.
The Yankee and the Brit on air.